If you're like me and you love ice cream, your life is about to change after you watch this video. I'm going to show you how to eat a pint of ice cream every single night and easily lose weight. There are 9 critical steps to make the absolute best protein ice cream possible, and I'm going to show you every single secret I have. And once you learn tip number 7, you're going to be able to choose if you want soft serve ice cream or thick, dense, scoopable ice cream. Let me show you how to make Ben & Jerry's most popular flavor, Cherry Garcia, but with 1/3 of the calories and 40 grams of protein. Creating desserts like this was a game changer for me, and all my other craveable recipes made healthy are in my fat loss cookbook, which I update for free. Take 200 grams of cherries and throw them in your blender. I'm using frozen cherries because I absolutely hate pitting cherries. Critical step number 1, the type of milk you use. Almond milk will make this ice cream a little too icy for my liking because almond milk is mostly water. If you don't mind the 50 extra calories, use 2% milk. It's going to make your ice cream super creamy, but I would rather use these 50 extra calories for sweet toppings. So I'm going to go with fat-free milk. 240 grams or 1 cup of it goes into my blender. It's going to help me get a super creamy consistency. And stay tuned for tip number 3, where I show you specific ingredients to add to your ice cream to make sure it stays extra creamy. Critical step number 2, protein powder. I'm going to use 15 grams of whey protein powder and 15 grams of casein protein powder. You want to make sure you use a vanilla flavor, and my protein powder has so much vanilla flavor in it, I don't need to use any vanilla extract. Get yourself some Legion French vanilla whey and casein protein powder. It is so good. Use code Rahul, and if you don't like their protein powder, tell them. You get to keep your product, and they will give you all your money back. Critical step number 3, using a stabilizer. If you want a smooth, creamy ice cream, you need to use a stabilizer. Stabilizers prevent large ice crystals from forming. I'm using 5 grams of sugar-free vanilla pudding mix and 0.5 grams, the tiniest pinch of Xanthan Gum. You're probably wondering, what the heck is Xanthan Gum? Go look at the ice cream in your freezer, it probably has Xanthan Gum in it. Go look at the salad dressing in your fridge, it probably has Xanthan Gum in it. Xanthan Gum keeps everything the same consistency, it keeps things creamy, you want it in your ice cream. Critical step number 4, not adding enough sweetener. Things taste way less sweet when they're cold. You need to try your creamy base right now and make sure it tastes a little too sweet. If you know it tastes a little too sweet, then when you freeze it and turn it into ice cream, it will be much colder than it is right now, and it will taste the perfect level of sweetness. Add 2 packets of sweetener, add a tiny pinch of salt, and then blend this all up. Pour this mixture into your creamy container. We need to freeze this for 24 hours to get it solid. Critical step number 5, freeze with the cap off. If you freeze with the cap on, your ice cream freezes in a dome shape. If you freeze with the cap off, it freezes flat. And since I want chocolate chunks all throughout my ice cream, I'm going to take 70% dark chocolate. You can get all kinds of percentages at the store. I like 70%. I'm going to melt it in the microwave, and then I'm going to take some parchment paper, spread on the chocolate into a thin layer, and pop this in my freezer. You'll see why later. It's been 24 hours, baby. Time to make ice cream. Critical step number 6, preventing the ice edge. There is a gap between the blade of the creamy and the container, where a thin layer of ice absolutely never churns. I hate this. You can let your creamy sit out at room temperature for 15 minutes to let the outer layer of ice melt, but I ain't got time for that shit, so I'll just wash my pint under hot water for 1 minute and let the ice crystals along the edge melt. Tip number 7, using the right mode on your creamy. This is the difference between you getting soft serve ice cream and thick, scoopable ice cream. The difference between all the settings in your creamy is how fast the blade spins and the amount of time it takes for the blade to go down and then back up. I want to be like Ben & Jerry. I don't even know who they are, but I'm going maximum thickness sorbet setting. While the creamy is mixing, let's get our toppings ready. Get your frozen chocolate out of the freezer and chop it up. Some small chunks, some big chunks. Also, I'm going to use 25 grams of cherries. I took the same frozen cherries I used earlier, but I just defrosted them in my microwave for 10 to 15 seconds to get them to room temperature. The creamy is done spinning. It's time to add our mix-ins. Critical step number 8, off-centered mix-ins. Unfortunately, the creamy does an absolutely terrible job of mixing in toppings. It turns everything into dust, and I hate it. I've learned, instead of putting all the mix-ins in the center, which is in the critical path of the blade, put the mix-ins off-center. You'll get some small chunks, some big chunks, and that is exactly what I want. Put the creamy on mix-in mode and let the toppings mix in. Critical step number 9, don't put all your toppings in the creamy. Always save a little bit of chocolate flakes on the side so that when you're eating, you can sprinkle them on and get chocolate chunks in every bite. This is the way to maximize your eating experience. Entire pint, 427 calories, 40 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs, only 4 grams of fat. That's a protein bomb in a pint. Freaking love the creamy Game changer. Always. Keep some sharp chocolate on the side so you can sprinkle it on. Because when you eat some of the pint, put on more chocolate, keep going. That's how you get the best amount of toppings in each bite and make the freaking eating experience the best. Whoa. I just popped a cherry. Whew. Brain freeze. Hit the brain freeze lat spread. Anytime you get a brain freeze, you hit a lat spread, brain freeze goes away. Science. You need to get my cookbook if you want to eat tasty treats like this in a healthier way. I have over 150 recipes in there, and I hope to change your life through food and help you achieve your dream physique while enjoying your diet. And I'm going to continue to update this book for free. And I made gooey brownies so low calorie you can eat a quarter of the entire pan for less than 200 calories and 15 grams of protein. Truly insane macros. Eat giant brownie squares instead of eating protein bars. I'll see you in that video.